Kia ora everybody. Kia ora mihi. Thank you for that introduction. Sounded like a memory, walked down memory lane. Been on a few adventures together. Had some great times, great experiences. And Crowd One was that new great time, great experience. So without further ado, my topic for the evening, I have the privilege of covering off on know your client, know your customer, KYC it's called. Just to wrap some context around that, the KYC process is used used largely in banks, financial institutions, large corporations, and large multinational organisations. And Crowd One, 38 million members, pretty large organisation. So what do they use it for? It's basically used to verify identity. It's as simple as that. To ensure that I'm the person that I say I am, and I have the documents to confirm that. This has become more common in the modern times as fraudulent fraud, online fraud, that type of criminal activity takes place. And it just gives us some comfort that the people we're dealing with are above reproach and honest and have our best options at the centre of their thinking. By the same time, it's also used by individuals to measure whether an organisation matches their aspirations as well. So without further ado, we're going to watch a video. This video was created by our own Kiri Futu, our youngest entrepreneur, retired at the age of 20. She generated this video early, or about midway through 2020. The KYC process hasn't changed much since then. Might change over time as we head forward. Back in 2020, we had one product, MyGritUp. Today, we have 7 products. So expect that process will become more rigorous into the future. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen right now and let's look at the video. It's fairly self-explanatory. There are sections in it where Kitty refers to particular points. At that stage, I will pause the video and draw our viewers' attentions to those points. Allow you time to maybe screenshot or take a photo with your phone, and then quickly move on through the presentation. So, without further ado, let's share screen. So, I'd like to welcome our presenter for this evening in training. I'm the facilitator, as it looks. So I'll hand it over to Kitty at this point, her video, and we'll go from there. At the end of the video, we'll have a discussion about some of the key points, and that'll be pretty much us for the evening. 6 minutes long, roughly. Pay attention, take snapshots if you need to. Just got to make sure we got all the right buttons pushed before we continue. Pardon me. And here we go.
Hi guys, this is Kitty. I'm just going to show you how to do your KYC, also known as Know Your Client. So this is a requirement that must be done in order to purchase gift codes and withdraw funds from our back office. So pretty much it's just an identity check to make sure that Crowd One isn't just paying anyone or no scams or frauds, but that they're legit paying proper people, which is why we need to do this before we access our money. Alright, so this is what you'll need to do your KYC. So you'll need 2 photos, one photo of one of your ID documents, which can either be your passport, your driver's license, or a national ID card. You don't have to do all 3, you just pick one. And you'll need a clear picture of yourself, which is a selfie. And then second, you'll need a laptop or computer. This is because when you upload your KYC on your phone, it most likely won't work. Therefore, it's best to do it on a computer. Alright, so when you pick your photos to be uploaded, make sure that they do meet the requirements. So pause this video to read which requirement for each photo that you must need.
And there you go. There was one of those moments. Pause this video. Right, take a couple of shots if you need to. I'll give you 5 seconds. Count you back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to Kitty.
Just in general, they both must be in color. Your ID documents cannot be expired, and your pictures must be clear so details can be read. Okay, one last step before you upload your photos. You must check that they are both in the format of a JPEG or a PNG image. So the type of picture can affect whether it gets approved or accepted by the Crowd1 team. So make sure it is one of these 2 formats. To know whether your photos are a JPEG or a PNG image, you can check the image information as you can see on the right hand side, or you can look at the end of the image name and see if it ends in .jpeg or .png, which in the picture it says .heic, which means that it must be converted, and I'll show you how to do that in the right hand side. So if you look here, it says that the kind of image is a HEIF image, which means that it is not a PNG or JPEG. So to change it, click on it, press File at the top, and then scroll down until you see Export. So click on that, and then it will come up with this. So what I want you to do is change the format, click on it, and you should choose JPEG or PNG, but here we're just going to push JPEG. And then once you press save, then it should automatically convert. So to check that, go into where you saved it, and then as you can see over here, if I scroll, that it's now a JPEG image, which means that I can use it now for my KYC. One thing you do need to check before you upload your KYC is that your personal information in the back office settings is the same as your ID document information. So this could be your name, so make sure there's no nicknames, and also your date of birth. Sometimes people have put in the wrong number, therefore make sure these are all correct before you put in your photos, otherwise your KYC will not be approved or there will be a delay.
Okay, a couple of vital points there that you made with regard to your birth date, numerical errors, simple little mistakes that can be made that can cause a massive delay in the process of KYC. Also names, the names that's on your whatever identity document you provided must be the same as that in your account setting. So just remember that whānau. Double check everything, push the button once. Double check twice, push the button once. Ka kite. And back to Kitty.
When you go to change some information, some of it cannot be changed easily, therefore create a support ticket beforehand so they can change it, and then it will be the same as your ID information. Alright, so if you've done those previous steps, I can now show you how to upload your 2 photos onto the back office to get your KYC approved. Okay, so log into your back office and then click on your username in the right hand corner. It will come up with a drop bar, and then all you need to do is just go down and select Upload KYC. Once you're on the KYC page, all you need to do is just scroll down, and then you'll see a couple guidelines about the pictures, and you'll see 2 separate sections to upload your images. So to upload them, all you need to do is select the upload selfie photo or the icon with the arrow pointing upwards and not the button at the bottom. But once you press the icon, then you pick what photo you want to upload and then you press the blue button at the bottom to submit it. Once you upload both your selfie and your ID photos, you then have to check that both of them are submitted and then you can just wait for approval. So to make sure that they're submitted and uploaded, you'll see that it will come up with a tick that it says selfie or ID document uploaded, and then the blue button that was at the bottom, it will turn gray. So that means that it has been submitted. If the button is still blue, that means it hasn't been submitted. So go back and reselect your photo until it does turn gray. And then once both the selfie and the ID document buttons are gray, then all you need to do is just wait for the CrowdOn team to approve your KYC. Finally, when checking if your KYC has been done or not, just keep logging into your back office, into the KYC section. And then if it has been approved, it will come up with a green bar or a green message that says KYC approved. If it hasn't been approved and it doesn't come up with the green bar and you have been waiting a while, just scroll down to the bottom and you'll see KYC logs. So it will state what issues that they had with your picture if it hasn't been approved, and then it will tell you what to fix and how. So if you can see the photo, it says pending selfie unclear, which means that the selfie that they are.
Okay, can we see that photo? Just make a particular point before we're nearing the end of the video. So if your KYC is not adequate and needs to be worked on, message will come back via this portal.
Downloaded was too blurry and they couldn't really match it against the ID document. So all you need to do is, if you have this issue, then all you would need to do is just take a clearer selfie and then upload it, and hopefully you'll have more luck the second time. This is all you would need to know to do your KYC, so hopefully it will be approved fast and then you'll be able to sell gift codes, etc. But if you are having trouble, then contact your upline first, see if they know how to fix it, and then you can send a support ticket if you need.
Well, that's it. That's the end of that video. And so what we'll do here is we'll stop sharing for a minute. Right, so the video is there for your purpose, for you to use, to share with your team members, new team members, fellow entrepreneurs. It is Guide 8. If you visit our Team No Sleep Facebook page and go to guides, it is section 8 of the guides. There are a number of great resources there, tutorial videos, presentations, and they are there for the purpose of being used by you to build your business. So on that note, that's me. That's the training section of tonight done. Any queries or questions can be popped into the chat. I'm going to hand this back to Mihi at this point, and I'll quickly have a look in the chat section and see if there's anything that needs to be followed up on. So it's an over and an out from me. Back to you, Mihi.